Hello, I'm Casey from Retroactive Arcade, and I'm going to talk about our little RetroCade tank sticks, fight sticks, whatever you want to call them. They're little controllers that convert arcade controls to your computer or your PlayStation or your Xbox. Basically, I'm going to talk about how we make them, what materials we make them out of, and what your options of putting them in there are, and the price points that are on our websites as well. So I'll start off with the price point. Something like this is your standard tank stick or RetroCade stick. It's going to start at about $149 Canadian, so if you're US it'll probably be like $100 kind of thing. That's 30% exchange rate at the moment. Then we've got this one here that looks kind of similar. It's got a different decal. Decal doesn't really change the price so much, but it's got all Sanwa buttons, Sanwa joysticks, and this one actually has a Brooks fighting board in there that's universal, that'll work with absolutely anything out there. So your Xbox 360, your Xbox One, PlayStation 3 and 4, and basically any PC, Mac, that type of thing. That's the best bet. It's probably up there on their most expensive part. This one I believe is about $260 as is right now, but you can get different versions and stuff and order them that way through the website. So basically we construct them out of 5/8 MDF. We put a Lexan acrylic top on top to protect your decal. It also gives longevity and gives it a nice look. It's easy to wash. Nothing really sticks to it. It will scratch over time, but like anything else, that's just normal wear and tear. But it will take a long time to kind of destroy it. We do nice rounded edges with MDF board. We lacquer it like you would any other kind of cabinetry and stuff like that, so it's got a really nice finish that'll last forever. It's hard to scratch and break unless you really want to, or you drop it down some stairs, that type of thing. Most of the stuff like RetroCade and a couple other ones, they're either made out of like a really kind of cheap kind of melamine board or particle board or fibrous board from China or that type of thing. If you get some in Canada, some of the guys use it out of melamine, which is a particle board. It's got a lot of space and air inside the wood itself that kind of just, I don't know. This one actually adds a nice little bit of weight to it. This thing weighs about maybe 6 pounds, somewhere in there, 8 pounds. It won't move around, gives you a lot of stability when you're playing with it that way. It just feels like a nice stick. It won't move around. So this one here specifically, I'm going to talk about what can be put in them and some of the options that are on our website and stuff that you can choose to too. So this is our base one. This just comes with like a zippy joystick. It's got your Suzo hat buttons, so they're high-end buttons. They're good for over 1 million clicks, that kind of thing. But you know, as you can hear, they're kind of a little bit loud. You know, that's when you get into the Sanwa ones where you can't even really hear the button. It's more me wiggling my finger around. It's pretty silent. The joystick itself is a lot smoother. It uses, this one specifically uses micro switches, as you can hear, but you can get the ones that have PCBs in there and get some Mitsu joysticks and stuff as well. We do have a lot of upgradable parts for people who already have fight sticks. They can buy just buttons and joysticks and things like that off as well. This one is running a one-player Zinmo. So what that means is this is just a regular arcade controller. I've talked about it in our arcade encoders or in the video that we had earlier with all the different ones, and iPack and all that stuff as well. This specifically will only work with like PlayStation 2. It will work with PlayStation 3. The single one has the home button on it. If we do a dual, it won't. With that being said, you will be able to use it with PC as well. It's compatible with anything really but Xbox and PlayStation 4, that type of thing. If you want to get one of these ones, there's a couple of guys advertising stuff with RetroPie or a Raspberry Pi running RetroPie in it with a bunch of games and stuff. We offer that as well. The beautiful thing with that is that we can run it right off of the Pi, but usually what we do just for universal use is we put the Zinmo in there, which works perfectly with the RetroPie or the Raspberry Pi. And then we can put both in there so that you can have the game. If you already have a Raspberry Pi, you can mount your own inside this. There's room for that. And then you can put your own games, your own ROMs, that type of thing inside of it. It makes it pretty universal. Or you can leave it outside and have it more of a universal use so that Your Raspberry Pi sits by itself, and then you use it when you want to use it, or you can plug this into your computer or PlayStation or whatever when you don't want to use the Raspberry Pi. So it gives it a lot more universal use. This one specifically has a Brook fighting board. This fighting board works with pretty much anything. So it works with PC, Mac, that type of thing. It's supposed to work with Linux, but I haven't tested it. With that, you can also use it for PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. This board alone raises the price on this thing almost $100 at least, because that's what the board is worth. But basically, your best bet, no matter what, is to go with this if you think you're going to use it for anything more than just for your computer or just for your PlayStation. This gives you your best universality. You can also go with just kind of like a one-person USB encoder. This will just allow it to work with PC, and that's pretty much about it. We don't offer this one on the website, but it is an option if you want to call in. It'll keep it on the cheaper end for you. I just wanted to talk about the construction of these and let you know the quality of these is second to none, at least in Canada anyway. There's not too many people out there that can make a stick like this for the price that we're making them for. So feel free to contact us either through email, phone, whatever you like. Hope to hear from you.